Right, now, I'm actually doing something a bit different. Is I have just watched the Ahsoka Tano first two episodes. Now, I wasn't planning to do anything on Ahsoka. However, since watching it, I've had to do a video because it is beautiful, amazing. It is the Ahsoka Tano show we were hoping for. And before we go any further, as most of you are aware, Ray Silverstone passed away earlier this year, so he couldn't do anything involving this show before the strikes. And after the show, first episode ended, they put a tribute up for him. And it got me. It did. They've dedicated basically this show to him as well. So it's amazing. First impressions. This is the sequel to the Rebels TV series. Now, I'd like to point out that I actually have all 4 seasons of this show on DVD. I got those before Disney Plus came out. I deliberately made sure that because I was not able to watch the whole of the Clone Wars TV series, which is a shame. And I know I can catch up on Disney Plus, and I have yet to do that. But when it come to Star Wars Rebels, that one blew me away. It had callbacks to the original Clone Wars TV series and to the movies. It had amazing episodes. It brought in characters. I mean, this Rebels also has a connection to the Bad Batch, because one of the characters was actually the Jedi Padawan that the Bad Batch was actually supposed to kill. Good thing they didn't, which is a nice tie-in. Now, at the very end of the second episode, you see them building something. And I'm going to tell you this. I instantly recognized it, and the first thought that popped into my head was, that is the hyperspace ring that we saw in Star Wars Attack of the Clones. It's what the Jedi used for their starfighters. So this tells you what you're dealing with. Now, the way Rosario Dawson is playing Ahsoka, it's spot on. It is literally spot on. The way the person playing Sabine Wren, she's playing her like her character was in Rebels. Person playing Harrison Dula, spot on. The fact that we have the murder bot of the rebellion, the mass murdering robot. There's a channel called Star Wars Explained. They go into Chopper's death count better than I could. By the way, second season, apparently, the death toll is massive. he is perfectly done, exactly like his Star Wars Rebels character done in live action. It is amazing. And the thing is, we have to wait a week before the next episode, and it is annoying as hell. I want the next episode now. I don't want to wait until next Wednesday. Or in my case, because I live in the UK, Thursday morning. I want it now. I want it now. I want the third episode. We have Dark Sisters. We have the Dathomirian Night Sisters doing their magic. We have Force powers. We have mystery. We have action. We have explosions. And in the first episode, before the titles even came up, we had a massive one that devastated an entire temple, which was a Night Sisters temple. Now that's interesting, because every video that discussed those scenes in the trailers and so forth was saying that it was a Jedi temple. We never even thought that it was a Night Sister one. So that is the cool bit. And Lo Fal was so beautiful. Perfectly done. That is how Lo Fal looked at the end of the Clone Wars. At the Rebels. Sorry, not Clone Wars. I'm getting excited. I'm getting my shows mixed up here. At the end of it, after Ezra Bridger got the Purrgil to take him and Grand Admiral Thrawn to God knows where, they did this thing where they're showing this. And they showed what Lo Fal looked like with the Imperials gone. They got that perfect. That was brilliant. That was beautiful. They did that justice, as far as I'm concerned. Visually, this thing was brilliant. They pulled it off. Now, the interesting thing is, they've brought in Legends, which was pre-Walt Disney buying Lucasfilm, a fighter into canon. Now, this was the E-Wing. Now, this is a very cool fighter because in Legends, the E-Wing was this basically huge, the overpowered fighter that basically had the weapons rigged up to the point where they're on the verge of exploding. Now, these modifications were done by a certain Wookiee, we can guess who that was, and the parts were briefed by Han Solo. So that explains the yes, it was Chewbacca. And he basically said, we've got these weapons overclocked to the point where they're about to explode. We didn't think that fighter would ever be put into a TV show or a movie or something like that. It's been in video games, it's been in books. But to see it in live action, really, really cool. It's amazing, it's brilliant. And the choreographing for this, it is better than ever. The lightsaber choreographing, brilliant, amazing. We're talking almost Duel of the Fates level. The Battle of Brothers at Exegol. Not at Exegol. Mustafa, I had to think for the name now for a second, in Revenge of the Sith. It is definitely up there with the choreographing they did in the sequel trilogy. I don't care about the storylines and all that. The choreographing for the lightsaber fights in that was brilliant. That was amazing. The fight against the Praetorian Guards in The Last Jedi, bar raised. It is at that level. I'm going to say 5 stars. I'm going to say full 5 stars. I'm going to say full 5 lightsabers for this. In fact, when I discuss Star Wars in these videos, I'm going to use lightsabers. And I'm going to go 5 lightsabers on this one. This was brilliant. This was amazing. And it's the show we wanted. I haven't seen Kenobi yet, but I will be doing reviews on that. I will be doing a follow-up review for Ahsoka from now on. So there will be another Ahsoka playlist on my channel. It's amazing. Rosario Dawson couldn't have been a better person to be chosen. Now, some fans complain that she doesn't have the Ahsoka voice, but then again, the Ahsoka voice was done by a completely different woman. But Rosario Dawson, she's the live-action Ahsoka. And she is playing it exactly that. Now, here's the cool thing. David Tennant is now one of the rarest people in the world. He's now been part of the longest-serving sci-fi show of all time. Because he's the new Doctor, temporarily. He's playing number 15, I think, Doctor, when he originally played the 10. 11, 12. Yeah, it is 15. Yeah, I had to do the math there. Yeah, he's number 15, which is a rare occurrence. He is now due to appear in the 60th anniversary episode. Now, he appeared in the 50th alongside Matt Smith, who was the current Doctor, and the late, great John Hunt, who played the War Doctor. Pardon me, got hiccups. But that was amazing. I will tell you this. Whatever they do next, they're going to have a hard time topping Ahsoka. The Mandalorian, it's going to have a hard job. But the Mandalorian has the advantage. The greatest, most powerful weapon in all of Star Wars. Codename Baby Yoda. That's right, Grogu. The greatest weapon of all. And I have recently just finished watching the first season of Mandalorian. And the Scouter troopers who punched Grogu, the IG assassin robot, should have hit him harder. That's all I'm going to say. But Ahsoka, brilliant. I will do another video on what I thought about the Mandalorian series. In fact, I'll do that as soon as I finish this one. But Ahsoka It's the show we were talking about. It matches the hype as far as I'm concerned. It has enough Easter eggs. It revealed a bit. And we thought it was a Jedi temple. It was a Night Sister temple. Now that one threw me. Because everyone said it's Ahsoka at a Jedi temple. That got us. Right. Like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff. Put your comments in. And I will reply to them as soon as I can. Now, I don't know why the strikes are ongoing. And I can understand the actors backing up the Writers Guild. Because they need something to work with. And the writers provide that. I'm staying out of that because I don't understand it. And me getting involved in it would be bad. So, may the Force be with you. And this is the way, because we've got a Mandalorian who may be Force sensitive. Now, I'm actually going to add this here. During lockdown, there was a channel that was doing what if stories, and he has stopped for now. I'm guessing he's got other things doing. But there are a few channels that do what if stories in the Star Wars galaxy. Back in 2020, I suggested a cool storyline. What if Sabine Wren was Force sensitive and was trained by Ahsoka? Those videos are still around, I've checked. The comments are in those videos, so they're there. And they've got the dates of the year that it was done. So those comments will officially confirm. But I suggested that he should do a what if story about if Ahsoka Tano trained Sabine Wren because she had Force powers. And what happens? The Ahsoka series turns up and shows that Sabine Wren might actually be Force sensitive. I think I should call Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. They've nicked my idea. Or I'd like to point out, did they put the seeds for this back in Star Wars Rebels? We'll have to find out. But Ahsoka, they're calling her a Jedi Knight. Now that's interesting. She would have been made a Jedi Knight if she stayed in the Jedi Order. Because as far as they're concerned, what she went through was considered a trial. But she was no Jedi. And she said that to Darth Vader, the High Lord of the Heavy Breathing, at the end of the second season of Star Wars Rebels. So that's interesting on that. Right. That's it for this video. Like, share, subscribe. Usual thing, comment, so forth. Big thank you to all the people who are with my channels at the time. I appreciate you a lot. I do apologize for these videos being all over the place, but with the Ahsoka show on, I will most definitely be doing them more regular. Thank you oh so much, and may the Force be with you. And this is the way.